Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my best and my worst purchases as a teenager, a broke teenager. Now, I'm being a little bit dramatic. I'm not actually broke, but what I mean by that is I have to be really careful with my purchases because I don't have a stable job that brings in a stable income like an adult would. So people my age, when they buy stuff, have to be pretty calculated with what they're buying. So hopefully you'll not make the same mistakes that I made with some of these purchases in my worst category, and instead you'll want to look to my best category and do similar things to that. I also don't buy a lot of stuff. Even some of the stuff in this list I did not technically buy, which I'm kind of cheating a little bit for that. Still, I can't even drive yet. I don't even own a car. All I own is everything in this room. So without further ado, let's get started, and we're gonna start with the best and then we'll go to the worst. Okay, starting off with number one on the best purchases category is my AirPods. This is my most recent big purchase. So these are my AirPods, and they're in this cute little dinosaur case. I was so excited when I purchased these because I was feeling left out without them, frankly. And at first I was like, why would I need these? But then I thought it through and I was like, I would wear these all the time. And I do. I spent about $120 if you include the case purchase, and this was an incredible deal. I've only had these for like 3 months or something, and I have worn them so much. I use them at school for school-related things, to listen to music at school. I use them to listen to YouTube videos on my computer. I use them to edit. I use them for almost every single time I listen to something. I'm using these AirPods. I also can wear them when I run. They connect to my phone so easily. This was one of the best purchases I've ever made, and I'm very excited about it. That one time that I almost lost them was very traumatizing, and I never want to go back. The second of my best purchases list is my camera. That thing right there. So I got a Canon EOS M100, and I got this like 2 years ago or something, and it has obviously been one of the best purchases ever. I use it all the time for filming videos and vlogging, but I use this for a lot of things, and I've even used it to like film other people's stuff, which I get paid for, and so it really has been a return on investment. I also do get paid for my videos, so that is also a return on investment. I believe I spent about $400 on this camera of my own money. This was a huge purchase for me at the time, and I was so nervous about making this purchase. And it's been through a lot. There have been some times where the lens completely bent out of place and I had to like push it back in manually. The screen to like the viewfinder thing is cracked, especially because I'm considering going into like film for college. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that I take every single photo for my Etsy shop on this camera, so that's a big deal. I just use this thing for everything, and I don't know where I'd be without this camera, so definitely in the best purchase category. Even though it was so expensive, it was worth every penny. Wondershare Filmora, which I still currently use because I can't get the other editor I want until I have a MacBook, which I can't get because they're really expensive. Wondershare Filmora. I spent like $80 on it, I think, and oh my gosh, that's been the best purchase I've ever made. It's been so good to me. I've used it for so many things, including school projects, tons of YouTube videos. It's honestly just been such a great thing to have. It's really helped me learn editing, which is now like one of my passions. I really love to edit. Definitely a best purchase. Put the thumb down, Katie. Alright, moving on to less huge purchases. Next thing on my list is this backpack. This is it. This is a Puma brand backpack. Now, I use this backpack for a bunch of things. So basically this is like my everything but school backpack. I use this for mainly sports events. So I take this to cross-country meets and to swim meets. Then I also take it to ski club. I got this at a thrift store for like $3, and then this bottom part I was like cracked, and I like painted it in white so you couldn't tell that it was cracked. This has been such a great purchase. I am so glad that I got this. Oh, it's my brother. He's attempting to clean out the snow on the car with a hockey stick. The next thing is this shoe organizer that I bought. Now, it's actually in my closet. This is what it looks like, that I bought on Amazon for about $10, and oh my gosh, it made my life so much less chaotic. Before I had this shoe organizer, I basically just had all my shoes sporadically underneath my bed. When I pulled all my shoes out to put them in there, I was like, how do I have so many pairs of shoes that I never wear? And so being able to see them all right there is so helpful. I know what they're all for. I know what they all can go with. I can see them. It's just been such a lifesaver because it keeps it up and away and visible, and it was only $10. So I highly recommend getting one of these if you have a bunch of shoes like I do. Next up, we have this phone case from Casetify, and I love this phone case. Before I had this one, I had this greeny bluish OtterBox, and I liked that. However, I felt like I didn't fully love the design. I only got that because it was an OtterBox, and I thought that that was the only brand that was strong enough to protect a phone no matter where it dropped from, but that's not true. Casetify. I actually used another YouTuber sponsorship code to get 20% off my case. Great purchase, love the case. I've had it for years. I think my phone looks so cute sitting there. I just really like it. Okay, so the other couple things that I have in the best category are clothes. So let me run through those real quick. The first thing is this white top, which I actually pulled out of the laundry thing to show you guys. This is it, and I wear this thing with so many outfits because it's so simple, it's thin, I wear it under like every single t-shirt ever in the winter, and it was so cheap. Great purchase. And then also included in this are these two graphic tees I've got from various places. This one I got from Five Below. Look how cool this one looks. I've worn this already so many times, and I only got this like 2 weeks ago. Only $5. Also, this one that I got from Walmart, amazing deal. That concludes all my best purchases. Let's get on to the worst, shall we? All right, my top worst purchase is actually very embarrassing. Let me get it. Okay, I don't feel like digging for it, but I'll put a picture of it here. It's a pair of roller shoes. Yes, like the shoes that you put on and then you can roll down the sidewalk. And yes, they are neon pink. I bought these for like $35 with my own money. It was an impulse buy. I just remembered how much I always thought people that wore those were so cool, and I was like, I want to be cool. So I purchased them. It's a regret. It's definitely a regret. I wore them like twice, but I was too embarrassed to wear them in public because they look ugly. Because they're kid shoes, that's the thing. I feel very embarrassed for this purchase, and literally I tell people about this and they're like, what? And I wore these one time to like hang out with my friends, and they were like, what are you even wearing? Like, what? It's an embarrassing purchase, not proud of it. Moving on. The next thing is my abundance of label makers that I somehow seem to own. Here are all the label makers that I own. We have this one, this one, this one. Also a shipping label printer, which I don't have here on me. Now, to be fair, I don't know if I actually paid for any of these, because this one I got for my birthday. This one I got off of Amazon Vine. This one I brand sent to me, and the other one I also got off of Vine. So I didn't like spend money on these, but the fact that I own so many is ridiculous, and I don't use them all. This one is for like making like standard labels, and this one I will say I use the most. It's kind of annoying to have all these. I wish I just kind of had one that could do it all, because having like 4 like this is just kind of annoying. Definitely not my best purchases. These are all not. Next we have a third backpack, and that is this one. This was quite clearly a misunderstanding purchase. I really wanted a cute backpack. I want it to be like smaller than a regular size backpack, but not this small. I want it to be like, I bought this on Shein, which I'm already not proud of purchasing from Shein. I don't really like to do. I either didn't read the fine print or they were misleading with their showing of the product, because I did not think it was gonna be this small. When it arrived, I was like, ooh. I have not used this once. So yeah, this pair of gloves. Now I got these white gloves from Walmart for about $10, and I got these in hopes of wearing them skiing. I wore them skiing once, regret. I will never wear them skiing again. They are very thin. They're not as thick as I was hoping they would be. They didn't keep me that warm, and also what I hate about them the most is that there's this intersection that like freezes up. You like can't put your hands back in the gloves. There was a traumatizing 5 minutes where I straight up wasn't gonna be able to ski anymore because my hands were too cold. Fashion gloves are not the go for skiing. I will continue to wear these for like regular winter activities, so maybe it's not a complete bust, but I should have not worn these skiing is what I'm saying. The next thing may be a bit controversial. I mean, not really, but full-size Bath & Body Works products. Hear me out. I love Bath & Body Works products. This is not saying that I don't like any of them. It just, in specific, the full-size perfumes, I feel like you don't need a full size. I've had this for no joke like 7 years or something. I got this I think when I was like 8. I've only used like a fourth of it than this. And same goes for these like big things of lotion. Like I've also had this for like 4 years or something. This is like Coco Shea. I really like this scent, but there's just so much of it in here. I love the minis, and I will get full size of some things like the shower gels and the body wash. Like I do use full sizes of those. That's all you're really gonna need. The next thing is kind of a category of things, and that is rings. I bought quite a few rings to kind of get in that ring phase everyone was having a few months ago. And I decided to try to hop on that, of course, because I was like, I want to wear rings. And I just found out that rings are just really not for me. I just really don't like rings. I hate the way they feel on my hands. I feel like it distracts me from what I'm doing. I fidget with them all the time. I just don't like them. When it comes to jewelry, I am a bracelet and an earring girl. I am not a necklace or ring person. I just can't do it. The final thing is my only like big purchase that I regret, and that is my hoverboard. I did buy a whole hoverboard a couple of years ago. I spent about like $115 on it. This was a pretty big purchase of mine. I don't normally purchase big things like that, like this hoverboard, but I was like, I am going to use this. I was so excited about it. Wow, it is fun. I do like having it around. I don't know if it was really worth that much money, especially because I'm like kind of traumatized from it because I did fall off once going really fast down the street and now I'm like scared of it. Hoverboards are fun, but they're only fun for a little bit and then it's like you forget you have one and then like 5 years later you're like, wait, I think I have a hoverboard. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like my content. That would be really nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time I post. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!